we're going to move on to something that we all love. And that is something nobody can argue about. As a kid, after we poured the cereal, as we were sitting down to watch the cartoons, we had to reach into the box and get the prize out of the box. And this week, I've got new loot. This is a game called It's a Kind of a Fun Story. And this was sent to us by a company called Pop House Collective. And it is basically a storytelling game. And so you draw cards and you tell stories based on the prompts. And this is so cool. So I'm going to have each of you tell a little story, and then we're going to jump into our other new loot with Drew and Sean and Jim, and then we'll preview ICC Con. All right. Oh, no, we're going to skip that one. Okay. Have you ever, this is a little bit racy for Saturday morning, but it's part of our Saturday morning or our growing up experience. 2 points if you can answer this question and tell a story behind it. Have you ever skinny dipped?
Yeah. many times. I'll tell you about one time. So back in the day, in my younger days, when I was, 6-pack abs and feeling great about my life, there was a community pool that we had. And some young ladies from around the area, were having a barbecue and having a good time, and we was drinking. So
why does these stories always start out with these young ladies?
And it's a public pool. What happened was,
and we went back to the house where we usually have happy hours and things like that. And my friend just dared me. My friend, aka my roommate, dared me. He was like, "Hey, I dare you to skinny dip." I didn't know what it's called skinny dipping back then. I was just like, "Hey, jump in the pool naked." I was like, "Okay, whatever, I'll do it." And these young ladies wanted to come with me, so we all just jumped in the pool together, nude, and jumped out nude, and that was history.
Did you get arrested?
No, Johnny. I used to run track. I run very fast.
Did you get kicked out of the pool?
They can't catch me.
Did they ban you from the pool?
No, nobody saw me. It was like, it may have been.
Wait, how somebody saw you?
No, it may have been 12:30 at night, but it was, we hopped into the
so
pool.
You broke into the public pool?
Well, hopped the fence.
Oh,
yeah, no, that's called breaking and entering. Drew.
Well, it's not breaking if I didn't break anything, and I entered it over an obstacle that was already open.
Is somebody ticking away at the broken laws here? We got breaking and entering.
All right,
it's fine.
Public indecency.
I mean, I was decent
of a minor.
So Drew, for being able to tell that story, you get 2 points. Jim, we're gonna put you in the hot seat. Have you ever skinny dipped?
I don't think it could be. I don't know if it could be considered skinny dipping. But if you're from Middle Tennessee, you're probably familiar with Percy Priest Lake and the cliffs. And on a dare, jumped off the cliffs. And everybody was kind of doing something different. People were doing how far they could go out. Somebody did a cartwheel and flipped off and everything, and I was like,
"That's a bad idea, Percy Priest."
Well, I was 19. I didn't make the best decisions when I was 19. Come on.
Did any of us?
I'm not going to claim I did at all.
So Sean, you have never skinny dipped?
First of all, I've never been skinny, so I think that's a problem.
That's another thing. I don't qualify for that either.
Have you been Chunky Duncan?
Chunky Duncan. Nah. Even though I used to be an avid swimmer, never.
See, I grew up with a pool in my backyard, and my parents traveled a lot for business. And so, we had a lot of skinny dipping parties at my house in the backyard. And so that was like a regular thing.
Chunky Dunkin' is like the new Dunkin'
That's the
Donuts.
new
Like,
hashtag.
oh man, all is
Hey,
there's a
you
donut
remember-
with chocolates on it, just like
It could be a new
full-
2022 version. You remember Arsenio Hall, the Chunky A?
yeah.
Yeah.
It could be his son
no.
coming back.
Word up.
Dunkin'.
Oh,
Chunky Dunky quack quack.
we need to make that a thing.
Oh man,
Oh,
we need to make
man.
that a thing live from back of the cereal box.
Chunky
that's fantastic.
Dunkin'. Oh man.
So
That sounds like
before,
a great Nike shoe.
Has the pumps.
so Drew Jim and I get 2 points. So that's how the game is played. That's it.
That's it.
You draw a card, you tell a story based on the question asked, and if you have a story that you can tell, you get the appropriate amount of points. It's that easy. And you could do it without actually points. And there are other cards like a reverse or a nope or a block if you don't want to answer this question or whatnot, but those are limited. So anyway, it's a fun kind of story. We're going to be using these cards on air and live at events going forward, because this is a great way for us to just again, like we just did, have fun conversations and start some conversations.